Hello everyone, my name is Robot Ren. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended. This is not the video that was supposed to go out today, and I'm a little disappointed, but these kinds of things happen. I had a full-on snafu. See, I opened OBS to do a recording session like I normally do, and there was an update waiting for me. So I went ahead and did the update like a good boy. And then, without doing any testing at all, I just assumed that it was going to work. And so I did a whole recording session, a whole hour and a half worth of footage that had no audio on it. So, the ultimate result is still the same. We went and we fought some Tusos, and we got some black pearls. And we fought some Eurypterids, and we got some black pearls. And we visited some pearl caves, and we unlocked some explorer notes. At the end of the day, I still accomplished those tasks. I just don't have a lot to show for it on screen. But the results speak for themselves, so... Buddy! What are we doing here? I'm recording here. I guess that means I should stop talking now and show you around. So, I went ahead and crafted up a Mega Lab, even though I can't really use it right now unless I want to use Element directly, which I do not. And I've still got, well, that's not all the black pearls. I've still got enough black pearls. Bro. Seriously. I'm trying to do a thing here, alright? I've done a few things around the base, but not a whole lot. I did build this platform, which is very specifically for the tech replicator, which resides inside Buck at the moment. We haven't crafted that up. So that's really what we're going to do today. I've also got a steam forge that's going to live right here. I am kind of sad to lose the bird platform, but this is kind of the perfect spot to put the steam forge. And I really want one. They're really awesome. They're actually worth using the element if, and it's a big if you're doing enough metal at a time to make it worth it. See, the steam forge gives you, was it 2 to 1? So you put in twice the amount of metal and you get out, it's 2 to 1. Whereas with the regular forge, metal is 3 to 2. So you get more metal by using the steam forge, and it goes faster. But it's really expensive, so there's a trade-off. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get over to Green Ob, and let's get this tech replicator made so that we can start using it soon. It's been a while since I've been over here. Just want to take a look around and make sure nothing's going to attack me the moment I set down. So I hadn't really paid attention to it, but this is Buck. Buck is my carry bird. Buck has a lot of carry weight, but holy cow, Buck is at 3/4. I can't remember the last time I had that much stuff on Buck. If I did not have, man, that's a lot of metal. If I did not have Buck, and I was doing this with Barrage, oh, dang it. If I had to do this with Barrage, it would take me multiple trips. And this is why having a really good carry bird is so important. Alright, I should have more than enough. What? Oh my goodness. I hadn't considered that I was doing some things in the background while having Buck loaded up ready to go. I should have known. I should have known the polymer would degrade. That's alright, I'll go back and get some more. This is just a calamity of errors, right? People don't think it'd be like it is, but it do. And the funny thing is that, like, in the grand scheme of things, this is not really a big deal. And if it was just me playing, it would be a total non-issue. But when you're trying to create, like, a cohesive storyline for a video recording, it just throws everything off. Like, it throws your mindset off, it throws your intent off. It's just one of those things. And this isn't exactly my first rodeo, right? Like, you would think, I think this is going to be my 71st video created to put up on this channel. So it's not like I haven't done this before, but it's amazing just how much the little things throw you off. Okay. One tech replicator coming up. God, I'm so ready for this. It may not seem like a really big thing, like just having the tech replicator, but the reality is that while the tech replicator unlocks certain things that you may or may not be interested in, it's also incredibly fast. That alone makes it worth having. Like, the difference in time to make, say, 100 shotgun rounds in a tech replicator versus like the smithy. Oh my god. You can crank out 100 shotgun rounds if you got the stuff. You can crank out 100 shotgun rounds in just a minute or two. Whereas with the tech replicator, you're going to be at it for a while. It's going to take you forever just to make like the simple bullets to go into the shotgun rounds, let alone making the shotgun rounds after that. But the tech rep just cranks them out in no time. I can't believe we've got 2 yellow drops side by side. This is very unusual, but I will take advantage of it. Dodic. Those will grind nicely. What's the other one? Wait, there... Yeah, okay. It's like... Thought for a second I was going crazy. First things first, it's going to be Leech Central. Secondly, that Diplo is going to be not happy with this. Let's see if I can get... Anyway, let's get back to base and get this place down. In the past, I was... Whoa. Oh, the Rex. In the past, I was very stingy with my element use. And so I didn't use things like... What am I doing? I didn't use things like the tech replicator nearly as much as I probably should have. simply because I was afraid of using up all my element. But element really isn't that difficult to come by, even on the island. You know, obviously, on Extinction, it's incredibly easy to come by, but it's not hard to get on the island. Matter of fact, it's harder to get all the things you need to get element than it is to actually go and get the element by fighting the monkey boss. Okay, let's see. How do I want to line this up? I'm not a stickler for symmetry. There is beauty in asymmetry as well. However, how does that look? It looks like I can't get around it. All right. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Let's try again. I like that better. Make sure it's not clipping, doesn't look silly. Yes. What is that noise? I guess just air conditioners. It sounded like a drop coming down, but that would be... I mean, the nearest drop is right there. How does this look from the air? Is it going to bother me when I'm coming in to land? These things are important, because once I get that thing loaded up... Oh! Yellow drop with the ring. We'll definitely be hitting that up. Once I get this thing loaded up, I'm not going to want to unload it again. Yeah. I believe I can live with that. And the first thing we're going to craft is a tech generator. Excuse all the clutter on the screen. I just like to be able to see what it is that I'm looking for. Okay. We're just gonna drop the black pearls off first. Because they are really heavy. And I should have more than enough crystal. Yep. Which is also pretty darn heavy. Matter of fact, why am I not loading this straight onto a bird? Just because the distance is short. Like, that's going to be 4 trips just for the metal. Alright, here we go. First thing, review. See how fast it is? Man. So fast. And I have prepared in advance. Yeah, buddy. I think I said something to the effect of, I'm not going to immediately switch over to using a tech generator full time, but I am. That's going to give me 23 days. We're going to be fine. We're going to have more than enough element. Oh, and I almost forgot about that drop. Where should I put? Alright, let's grab Barrage and go grab that drop real fast. Given its location, there's a good chance I'm going to have to fight something here, which is why I grab Barrage, but it looks like we're going to get lucky today. Oof. Unless I aggro that bear. I don't need to take that fight. God, I really do love how this base has come together. Oh, I put a little... I don't even know what you call this thing. A little topper? A little tower top thing on the crafting workshop. That's the word. Words are not coming to me today. I am feeling very off. I know that one episode should not have that much of an effect on me, but it really has just thrown me off mentally. So I apologize if this episode is like a whole mess, but I'll get past it. So yeah, at some point, when we get some more black pearls and stuff, and I feel like I can afford it, I'll get the little clock tower thing, which you can use to make crafting a whole lot faster, and that's where that will live. But for the time being, it's just a cool little decorative bit, and I don't know why it took me so long to add it. It was a simple add. Just some like quarter foundations so that I could get it centered up, and yeah, super easy, barely an inconvenience. So we still have 72 pearls left, and we got plenty of element. Drop that stuff off there, and next up, because I went back to Carno Island for a little bit, I picked up some maps. And I refuse to do maps off camera, because every time I do, something crazy pops up, and then I feel like people are going to think I'm cheating. So, do I have my... I don't. I dropped off a bunch of unnecessary stuff for that underwater episode. So now I gotta remember where I put it. It's not in there. It's not in there. Alright, well, I will find this, and then we will go do maps. Found it. What it's doing in my ammo box, ammo and accessory box, I have no idea. But that's where it was. I even flew all the way... I flew all the way back to the southern base, thinking that maybe it was there. But nope, it was not. Alright. Let's grab Barrage. Got... I'm tempted to do the Ascendant first. But once I've got those activated, I think they just kind of are activated. Alright, let's go to the primitives first, and then we'll see just how bad the Ascendant is. I think I can get them both right here. Really? Really, game? Thank you. Alright. Make sure no one's gonna ambush me. Alright. Let us dig. First one. That's a nice bear saddle. Second one. I almost got really excited. That's not a shotgun. Alright. Next up. Ascendant. And hey, we're within range. Ooh. If I were going to tame a Tuso, that would be crazy. Alright. Not a bad outing. Definitely had worse, for sure. Let's get back to base where I was just reminded of something that I need to show you. I'm going to have to get used to not parking there. It's a hard habit to break. So, while I was getting the screenshots to make the thumbnail for episode 34, the Rex episode, I picked up a yellow with a ring. And I got this bad boy. Where are you? Oh, I've already put it over here. I also made this just to test it out. I've never actually used the library before, but it seems pretty cool. Check that out. That's a crazy pump action shotgun blueprint. So, and I also got this. It's not like crazy, but it is a pretty significant upgrade over what we've already got, and it's remarkably cheap. So I will probably make some of those before we fight the Broodmother. But, yeah. Just toss that in there. Why not? So at some point I'll be making up that shotgun, but it's not really all that necessary right now, like the one that I've already got. 306. That's pretty good, you know? I don't have a lot of complaints about that. But with the crafting skill on that, that's going to be impressive. So, go and drop off these things right here. And I might as well go slap this on the bear while I'm thinking of it. You just get upgrade after upgrade, Fuzzy. Nope. I did go through and get rid of a lot of these, and I cleared out a lot of these too, and I ground them up because good resources. And I put these up for the eventual. I don't I don't know why I did the 4th. Maybe for the Alpha Rex head? It can't be for the Manticore because eventually I'll get the right one. I can't be for the Manticore because those aren't transferable. So gotta do a little bit of parkour to make that happen. There. I guess that'll work. And then the other 2 will go right there. This is going to be a terrible episode, and I am just going to apologize for it right now. This is the, oh, holy cow. I thought that was 37, not 374. Okay. I apologize for my underwhelming reaction on that. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, all right. The more you know. So yeah, okay. Give me a second. Let me collect myself, and then I'll come back, and I promise I'll try to save the rest of this episode. All right. So first things first, the Steam Forge. And this thing is massive. Massive, massive. And it requires 1 element per run. But you put 1 element in and you get a full hour of operation. And let me tell you, this thing by itself, if you load it up with some metal and some wood to make some charcoal, you know, load up enough of those to make it worth your time. It is so very worth the 1 element cost. And it's not as relevant here, but on Extinction, where you get a lot of element shards, it takes a full element piece. You can't use shards for it, so there's no shortcutting that. But 1 element, 1 hour of massively fast production, and you get a better ratio. So very expensive to make. Totally worth it, though. And I'll make sure that the first time I use that, I get it on camera. Secondly, the makeshift Mega Lab. Now, this is just the chemistry bench on crack. It does have a few things extra that it can do, like the element-imbued gasoline, but we can't do that here anyway because we can't get element. I guess we could grind down, but that's a terrible, terrible way to use element. But if you add battle rigs, then you need the element-imbued gasoline. But otherwise, it just does everything that the chemistry bench does, but faster. And I mean a lot faster. So, not terribly expensive to make, but totally worth it. The downside is, you either have to have a tech generator, or you have to run it off of element. So, that's a really good reason to go ahead and get a tech generator and use it full time. Because this thing is crazy. Is this within the range of my tech generator? It is. The other great benefit to a tech generator is that the operations dome, if you will, is way bigger. The range is much farther. For instance, I can now put... Alright, not quite. But still, like, I had to have 2 generators just to run that forge And the rest of this stuff and all of that is within the range of one tech generator, which reminds me, I can turn that off now. And I guess if I really wanted lights down at the Rex paddock there, I could find a better place for this, but I like its placement. Speaking of the Rex paddock, or the Rex barn, let's go look at the Rexes. So like I said, I have been mutating them, and I am up to 5 health mutations and 5 melee mutations. And the colors are coming out pretty darn vibrant. Now, I don't know how they're going to end up. Man, there's so many pteranodons around here. They're a menace. So obviously I don't know what color pattern we're going to end up with ultimately, but I at least have some pretty decent colors to use for color variations. But I like this blue with the teal underneath. That's pretty cool. And this pink is crazy. Definitely would not lose them in a dark place like the tech cave. So yeah, that's a little update on the Rexes. They're coming along nicely. And as I am breeding them up and hatching them up and then, you know, selecting the ones that I want to continue to go with, I am using them to level up the Theory Army. So 12 here is at level 412, but the rest of them... Oh, I had to make another cryo fridge as well. The rest of them are up in the 420 to 422 range, so they should hit harder. And full transparency, I've had this cryo fridge for a long time. It is my tainted dinos. So anything that I force tame to make a screenshot with, it goes inside here. So if you see whatever creature you see in a thumbnail, well, I won't say that because I use my own creatures quite a bit. There's a chance that whatever creature you see in the thumbnail will be something that I force tamed and then potted up and put in there. So that is just kind of how the sausage is made. So you know what? I think I'm going to go stand by here and say hello, zoomed out. I think I'm going to call this an episode. It's a weird one. It almost feels kind of like an in-between fluff episode, but we did get some things accomplished. I'm super happy to have that on board. I'm super happy to have the tech generator on board. And I'm super happy to just get through this one and move on to the next one. The next one will be better. I promise. My name is Robot Ren. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next much better episode.